Hey guys, this is Amal from TechLeatherCraft 209. I want to kind of do a video on two items. Well, actually, one item I bought, one I've had for a while, but I kind of wanted to show it in case people were interested and show it in relationship to this, which it pairs really well together. So really quick, this I bought, I just got the other day. This is the square jellyfish. It comes in this little clear plastic thing. Square jellyfish spring tripod mount, mount for your smartphone or phablet, with or without a case. And so I actually read reviews on it on Amazon. It gets really good reviews, and they say it will hold 2 1/4 to 3 5/8, so about 3 1/2. And so the question came up whether or not it would actually fit a Note 4, and this is with the Spigen Tough Armor case, which is a little bit more. It's actually one of their bulkier cases. So anyway, I just got it in. I've tested it out a little bit. So let me just go over it really quick. There's a knob on the back right here, which basically you loosen up, and that allows for you to change the orientation. So you can have it in a horizontal orientation, because the phone would be this way, so the phone would sit horizontally, or in portrait, which is this way, and then the phone would be sitting this way and be in portrait mode. But yeah, and so I actually like it in horizontal, so I'll just lock it there. And then once you have it in position, you just tighten the knob down. And there's a tripod screw right there, which I'll go over in just a second. And these are the arms. They have this kind of rubbery texture on them. Hopefully you can see that. And they unfold just like that. Now the deal with these is they're spring loaded. Okay, so let me show you really quick. This is the Note 4 with the Spigen Tough Armor case. If I were to measure, so this is a little bit below 3 1/2. This is about 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, about 3/8, 3 3/8, almost 3 1/2. So this is the Tough Armor. If you have like an OtterBox Defender line, it may be a little bit more chunky, but the awesome thing about this is that it's supposed to accommodate. So let me just show you really quick how you would set that up. And I like to make sure you clear your power and your volume buttons when you stick this in. So there it is, and it holds it pretty securely. And just to show you really quick, if I grab this, there is still that much play right there. Right now, obviously, they won't recommend, because there's a little bit of a lip right here. You can't actually. I guess you could try to squeeze the phone in there, but I would say there's about a ½ inch. So anyway, I mean they're saying 3 5/8, but you could probably squeeze a little bit more in. I don't recommend that, but I don't think you'll have any problem with the Note 4, an iPhone 6 Plus, iPhone 6, any regular sized phone. And my feeling is that this will probably work really well with the OtterBox Defender Series 2, even though it does add a little bit more bulk. You can see that they have a good allowance right there. Alright, so once you have this mounted onto once you have your phone mounted onto here, and you've chosen which orientation you like, the tripod mount is right here. And the really cool thing about the jellyfish, the square jellyfish, as opposed to some of the other, when you buy some of the other cell phone mounts, were basically an all-in-one unit. Like the mount, cell phone holder, and the legs were all one unit, and that really limits its versatility, because I mean that's all it does. It's just a tripod for your cell phone. The deal with this is that it takes up very little room, and because it has its own kind of dedicated tripod mount, is you can stick it on anything. So this is my Ultrapod 2, which I'll go over in just a second. I can stick it on this to make like a tabletop tripod. You can stick it on one of those Joby flexible tripods. You can stick this on a monopod, right? So if you're just doing some quick shooting where you want to do some panning or something, a monopod, or even like a little rig that if you have special lighting and stuff like that. Anything that basically takes a tripod mount. And since I have like 5 tripods laying around the house, to me I didn't feel like buying another kind of dedicated tripod deal where it was really limited. This allows flexibility. You just stick this in your backpack, or take another tripod with you. So really quick, let me show you guys this. This is the Ultrapod version 2, or they call it number 2. It's a little bit bigger. This is about 7 inches when it's folded down like this. They do make an Ultrapod 1, which is a lot smaller. So just to show you guys really quick, the legs fold out from this V right here. Sorry guys. And basically it sets up like that. Now this has a ball mount on it, right here. Now just to clarify, the Square Jellyfish does sell a mini tripod with a ball mount on it. My thing about that is, well, first of all, I already have a mini tripod, but this one adds a little bit more versatility, which I'll go over in just a second. So anyway guys, once you have this, you can basically screw this on and kind of position it however you want, and you're good to go. One of the things I want to point out is this is actually a really nice heavy-duty tripod. It has these little rubber tips right here. This is a 60D with a 15 to 85 lens. The 15 to 85 lens is huge, guys. It's a heavy lens. It's big. This is not like a standard kit lens, just to 15 to 85, right? Image stabilization. It has the distance scale. This is a huge setup. It's a heavy setup. 1585, a 60D, which is kind of the mid-level Canon camera. Just wanted to show you really quick. If you need to, and I've used it this way a couple times, you could actually get the 60D onto there. And as long as you position the center of gravity right, just right, well, not just right, I mean just keep it over the tripod, right? You can actually lock it down, and it works really well to hold the camera. Now, it is not the most stable, obviously, right? It was wind or whatever, but basically for a quick shot where you need something to get yourself in the picture, or even just a slow motion shot or whatever, just to show you, the Ultrapod will hold it. I don't know about some of the other little table tripods. Most of them are rated really small. The Ultrapod does a really nice job at this, and I would say, depending on what kind of shooter you are, you probably won't have a lens this heavy. And I do not recommend anything larger than this, like the Canon 70 to 200 or the larger white lenses. But I use this with my telephoto lens, the consumer one, the 55 to 250. And once again, it has not had any issues because it's a lightweight lens. And as long as you keep the center of gravity kind of over the top right here of the joint, you really won't have a problem. But I just wanted to show you one of the cool things about the Ultrapod. And of course you can swivel it around, but do not swivel it over anything dangerous where your camera could fall off, obviously, and tip this back. Alright. One of the cool features about the Ultrapod, other than the tripod, is it does this little wrapping thing. So it comes with a Velcro thing, like it's about, let's just measure it. So the tripod strap is about 12 inches long, but part of it is the Velcro starts right about there. So really quick, the deal with this is, if this was a railing, for example, or even a pole, so if this was upright, you could basically take your Ultrapod with this little V-groove and wrap it around the pole, and you can see there's still plenty of room, so you could actually wrap it around a thicker pole. But if it's a thin pole, you kind of do it like a double wrap, right? So you flip it through this little holder, you see that, and bring it around one more time, because this is a thinner pole. If it was a thicker pole, you might just only get one wrap around the tripod, and then you mount it just like that. And then basically you can have this mounted onto a light post or a lamp of some sort in the park, wherever you are. A lot of tourist spots have rails, I've noticed, just to prevent people from falling off. So there's almost always a rail nearby, if you're in a scenic location anyway. And so you can always set up on a rail like this, put your camera, point and shoot, your smartphone over the top. So just to show you. Right, get the angle you want, and then you lock the ball right there with that knob. And of course, tighten up all your stuff. So, and then you can have it basically on, onto a rail. One thing I will point out though is you want to make sure that the center of gravity of the camera is going straight down over the top of this. If you try to strap it onto a rail kind of sideways or overlooking, depending on how much weight you have up here and how tight you made the strap, you can kind of get this effect. Right, so it will swing around the pole. Now that's not actually going to be an issue when you have it this way, because the weight is coming down here and then this is kind of stopping it. And you can of course slide it up too, or slide it down the pole, however you want. Anyway guys, I love this Ultrapod. I bought this, like I said, I think 8-10 years ago, and at the time I don't think Amazon was carrying it, and I ended up having to go to REI to pick it up. So mine does have the REI branding, but now Ultrapods have really caught on, and they're available at Amazon. They even make, I think they call it a digital version, which is kind of like a clear plastic with a blue twist knob or whatever, and so it looks a little cooler. But really versatile tool, came in really handy when you're traveling, or if you're doing any kind of touristy type things, and to get family portraits and stuff like that, to get yourself in the shot. When you pair that with this, you have an awesome small portable thing you can stick in your backpack, pull out your phone, use it, or if you have a small point and shoot or a digital SLR, once again this will work awesome too. I do in fact use this when I'm doing video sometimes at night. I will actually mount my video light, which is my video light, right? This is the video light you can get from Amazon. I forgot what the brand is. I'll post a link to this in case anyone's interested. But anyway, this is a video light that I use for my videos sometimes. It has a hot shoe mount, but in the hot shoe mount it also has a metal tripod mount, and basically I mount my light onto this and attach this to my tripod, which then has the camera on it also. And so it works really well as like kind of a auxiliary video mount. I mean video light mount, right? So you can attach a light source to it. Alright guys, so that has been my review of the Jellyfish and also the Ultrapod 2. They're both available at Amazon. They really pair really well together. They both are really versatile. You can use this for kind of whatever. And this you can stick on multiple things. Tripods, monopods, little tabletop tripods. So I'm really digging that. You can even probably mount it to, if you guys have seen some of the digital SLR, if you're doing video shooting, they make a little hot shoe mount that has a little tripod threading on it, and you can slip it onto your hot shoe and basically attach something. So you could add a light, you could add a light source like this if it didn't have a hot shoe. Or what I've seen people do that's really common is people will mount their smartphone, so you could be shooting still photography on this or video, and you could have a kind of a dual scene going where this could be taking video, this could be taking photos, or other way around. This is taking photos, and you could be, this is taking video, and you could be doing some quick snapshots with a phone. However you want to do it, guys. But basically, once again, this is the square Jellyfish spring tripod mount. Fits the Note 4. My guess it's gonna fit the iPhone 6 Plus without a problem, and probably the iPhone 6, Samsung, with a Motorola. I don't know if there's a phone actually any larger than the Note 4. There probably is, but I have a feeling this will probably handle it. Once again, it's not meant for a tablet. Alright guys, take care. I will post links to most of the things I've reviewed, maybe even that video light, if you're interested, in the description. Once again, awesome product, gives great versatility for any kind of shooting really, point and shoots, digital SLRs. And now with this, you are set up to use your smartphone. With the Note 4, it has an awesome camera, so we'll definitely be using that more probably than my point and shoot. And I'll stick this kind of setup in my backpack, and I'll probably keep it in my backpack. So basically anywhere I go, it is good to go. Alright, take care.